What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead. And Walker Stalker, New Jersey was this past weekend, and Austin Amelio was there, and he was on a panel, and he gave us some information about Dwight's possible return. Will it happen? Will it not? Insider will be an article that I'll reference in this video. Obviously, spoiler warning for the comics, the show as of Season 7, Season 8, and Season 9. I don't want to ruin anything for you, but if you love The Walking Dead and The Walking Dead family, become a valued member of our Walking Dead family here at the PT channel. It's easy, just hit that subscribe button. I hope you do if you love all things Walking Dead. Photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here, and definitely to Insider as we're going to quote their article. Austin Amelio plays Dwight on The Walking Dead, and we haven't seen Dwight since the Season 8 finale, and if you have a problem with how I say Dwight. But Austin Amelio is an actor that I like. I've got to meet him a couple times. He's a cool dude, and I want to see Dwight back on the show. Last time we saw him, he was going to find Sherry, going to look for Sherry at least, and he went back to this house right here. We didn't see Sherry. We saw a note. We saw possibly that Sherry could still be alive. But will Dwight and Sherry be back on the show? He's not dead, said Amelio of his character, surviving the time jumps during a panel with fellow ex-Savior Jason Warner-Smith, who played Gavin on the AMC series. That's all I can say, Amelio added with a brief chuckle. He's alive in the world somewhere. Amelio didn't say whether or not his knowledge comes straight from The Walking Dead showrunner Angela Kang, or if this is just his own wishful thinking. So I believe Austin Amelio is not sure. I don't think we'll see Dwight in Season 9, possibly Season 10. The earliest we'll probably see Dwight back is Season 10 because of a variety of reasons that we'll cover in this video. And I know a lot of people saw that Austin Amelio was credited in a couple episodes in the back half of Season 9, and I think they're gone and they've been removed recently, but I'm not sure. I don't think we'll see Austin Amelio this season, but we could. I would actually like to see that. As for what Amelio thinks Dwight has been up to, well, I think where he said he was going to go to try and find his wife and just be a lonesome traveler on the road, said Amelio. Later during Q&A portion of the panel, a fan asked Amelio how he would like to see himself return on the show if it was to ever happen. There's so many different ways you can go with him, said Amelio. There's the comic book, there's Sherry's story, there's me being with the Alexandrians. I have no idea. I have full faith in the writers. They do an awesome job, so I'm sure they'd bring me back in an incredible way. Don't expect to see Dwight back anytime soon if Amelio does return. We're not expecting to see Amelio on the rest of Season 9. This is written by the article's author. For one thing, the show killed off nearly every tie he had to the show. Carol set fire to any problematic Savior who appeared to be left alive after the time jump. In the comics, a huge storyline for Dwight is that he takes over the sanctuary after Negan's jailed. With them out of the way, Dwight would need something else to do. Well, the author forgot about Laura. There's a big connection with Laura and Dwight that we'll talk about in a second. But I believe Dwight can and should come back. I think he could be connected with the Whisperers, or he could come help Alexandria during the Whisperer War. For those who read the comics, they know that Dwight is a big character after the war. He does play a big factor at the Sanctuary, at Alexandria, and so forth. But ultimately, Dwight is MIA right now. After significant time jumps, a year and a half and 6 years, a total of 7.5 years went by when last time we saw Dwight. What has he been up to? Where could he go? Where could he be now? I'm not sure. Did he ever find Sherry? I would like to see that storyline happen. Again, loose ends, you know what they do, guys. But ultimately, will Sherry come back on her own with Dwight? I would like to see it one way or another. I don't want this loose end or this plot hole to go away. I want to see what happens with Dwight. Are they connected with Alpha, Beta, Lydia, the Whisperers? I would like to see that. I thought that infinity symbol that was written by Sherry at the end of Season 8 was a connection or foreshadowing or some possible connection with Alpha because she wears an infinity buckle on her belt. That could happen. Will we see it? I don't know just yet. Insider asked Amelio during the panel how Dwight would feel knowing that all the Saviors were gone. He had a one-word response. Relieved, he said. One other thing holding Amelio up from returning to the show immediately may be a lawsuit with the show. AMC was sued for the wrongful death of stuntman John Bernecker in January. Amelio is named as a defendant in the case. He was in a scene where Bernecker was supposed to perform a stunt off a platform in 2017. According to the lawsuit, Amelio was the only other person in the vicinity of Bernecker when the scene was filmed. So for those who don't know, John Bernecker was a stuntman on The Walking Dead. He was in Black Panther and a couple other movies that were filmed in Atlanta, and he was a pretty good stuntman. You can see him in Black Panther in the casino scene when Claw comes for the diamonds, and he's definitely there. But ultimately, it's just terrible. There's a lawsuit with John Bernecker's mother, I believe, against AMC. Austin Amelio was filming around that time in the same scene, I believe. But I think Austin Amelio being connected with that may be hurting his ability to come back to the show, or maybe it's not. We'll just have to wait and see what the writers want to do, if they're going to write Dwight back on the show at some point or not. While Dwight's future on the show is unknown, Amelio seems optimistic. At the panel's end, when the hosts thanked both Amelio and Warner for coming out to Walker Stalker, New Jersey, even though they were both off the show, Amelio chimed in to say that statement may not be accurate. "We don't know if I'm off the show," Amelio said coyly. The good news is that if Dwight did return, the actress who plays Sherry should be able to return as his wife. Her show, The Arrangement, was canceled in May after 2 seasons on E, so we could have Sherry and Dwight back at some point. But Dwight's been through a lot. Negan is out of his jail cell now as of season 9, episode 8. The back half of season 9 is up for grabs. We'll see what happens. Are we going to get the same comic connection with Negan and Alpha and this and that? Is Dwight ever going to come back around? Will Sherry and Dwight come save the day at Alexandria? Did he find Sherry and she was killed off, or she didn't make it, she was bit? Are they both whisperers? I don't know these answers. I get asked all the time. In the live stream, people brought it up. Pretty cool stuff. I love talking about it. I just don't have a definite answer. Austin Amelio doesn't even have a definite answer, it looks like. He's the actor who plays Dwight, so he should know, right? But he's not going to be able to give that much away. But if Dwight ever comes back, he could be connected with Laura. In the comics, he's with Laura, not Sherry. Sherry is gone. Sherry's not involved with Dwight. Dwight is with Laura. Have we seen Laura before? For those who don't know, yes, we have. We've seen her in season 7, season 8, and season 9. We saw that she turned in Dwight to Negan, and she totally ratted him out. But she is still alive today. She is a character that's part of Alexandria. She is an Alexandrian like DJ and Jimmy. We're not sure if she will ever have her comic connection with Dwight. They kind of hinted at it, possibly when they were playing that hockey game at the Sanctuary, but clearly Laura is still alive right there. And as we approach the back half of season 9 coming February 2019, I think she'll still be alive. Will she make it? Will she survive? Will she die? Will she be killed by the Whispers? We don't know these answers, but possibly if she stays alive, she could be connected with Dwight as well. So if Sherry doesn't come around, Dwight could still have a love interest with Laura and have that storyline with Dwight and Laura. But the fact that he's been gone for so long kind of hurts the point that he could come back, because what's he been doing for a year and a half, and then what's he been doing for 6 years? Is he going to be at one of the communities? Is he ever going to come back to Alexandria, Hilltop Kingdom? Will he be at the helicopter community where Jadis, Rick, potentially Heath, and other characters are? I would like to see at some point, because again, I don't like loose ends. Dwight's kind of a loose end. He's going to be the new Morales, as we don't know what happened to him. But Dwight and Daryl aren't really in the best place. Maybe they got over it, but maybe they haven't. They started off really rough, and then Dwight and Daryl really had a falling out. And what could happen with these characters? How could they coexist? It's kind of like Daryl and Negan. How could they coexist? Daryl and Dwight. When Daryl kind of kicked Dwight out and said, "If I ever see you again, I'm going to kill you." But Daryl isn't in the comics, Dwight is. Dwight has a big comic storyline after the war, in the Whisperer War, and around that time. We're around that storyline in the show. But will it be different? Well, obviously, because Rick's gone, Maggie's gone, the Sanctuary fell. Will Negan ever come back to power? Will he run the Sanctuary? Will we ever see the Sanctuary be a viable community? So many things. Will Dwight be a Whisperer? That would be pretty awesome. Will he have his head on a pike? I don't want to see that. I want to see Dwight's storyline. I really wouldn't want Dwight to come save the day or help Alexandria in a way when the Whisperers come around. Maybe he's with Sherry, maybe he has his own group of people, or maybe he's by himself. I would like to see that. If you follow the comics, you know that Dwight potentially is going to have a good storyline with the Sanctuary, with Lucille, with running things, and I would like to see that. I just picture him on horseback, coming with a group of people and just mowing down Whisperers and Walkers to help save the day for people to get away. That's kind of what he's been lately in the comics. I would like to see that, but will it happen? Will Dwight ever return? I don't know. We don't know the answer. I would like to see that. I believe Austin Amelio wants to play the character because he is a pretty cool character. I like the storyline of it, but can Dwight and Daryl coexist? Can Daryl and Negan coexist? Can Dwight and Negan coexist on the show? What are they going to do? Are they going to bring back the Sanctuary? Are they going to totally get rid of the character? I think eventually we'll see Dwight. But what way, what form, what fashion, how are we going to do it? We'll just have to wait and see. Which is okay with me as long as they answer it. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And remember guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And as always, tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.